We all know generative AI is set to be one of the most transformative technologies of our lifetime. But, inside most companies, there's this really fascinating paradox taking shape.
Yeah, the excitement is totally real. I mean, pilots and proofs of concept are popping up all over the place. And yet, so many of them, they just never leave the lab. That right there, that is the central challenge we're going to unpack.
So we call this the enterprise AI adoption gap. It's that really crucial and, let's be honest, often really difficult space between that initial curiosity and the kind of deep company-wide implementation that actually drives real value. And overcoming this, it's one of the biggest challenges for enterprises today, for sure.
So why? Why are so many of these promising AI pilots just getting stuck in neutral? Okay, let's break down some of the most common barriers.
And here's the thing you've got to understand. These aren't just technology problems. When you've got an undefined ROI, your leaders are left guessing about the business case. Security and compliance concerns, they pop up way too late in the game. And maybe the biggest one of all, the pilot is totally disconnected from how people actually work. At their core, these are all adoption problems.
But here's the good news. There is a clear path forward. The organizations that are going to win with AI are the ones who are intentionally building 3 essential bridges to get across this adoption gap.
The first bridge is, well, it's non-negotiable. Responsible AI. Without it, you can't have trust. It's that simple. Things like security, compliance, accountability, they can't be an afterthought you just bolt on at the end. They have to be the foundation from day one.
Second, AI has to be embedded directly into your workflows. I mean, think about it. If a tool makes people stop what they're doing, open another window, and change context, adoption is going to fail. The most successful AI deployments happen right inside the flow of work, not as some kind of detour around it.
And that brings us to the third bridge, your ecosystem. An AI assistant is really only as valuable as the tools and the data it connects to. When you integrate with the platforms your team already uses every single day, you create relevance. And it's that relevance that turns a cool new tool into a daily habit.
But look, all these big enterprise-level strategies, they only work if they connect with each individual person. Real adoption, the kind that sticks, happens when every employee has their own personal aha moment.
Every single employee, whether they say it out loud or not, is asking this one fundamental question. And true enthusiastic adoption only kicks in when we give them a clear, compelling answer.
This is that aha moment. It's that click when an employee realizes, whoa, the AI just took all the mechanical, repetitive stuff off my plate. It frees them up to focus on the good stuff, the insights, the strategy, the creative work. When people feel more capable, they don't just accept AI, they become its biggest champions.
And this leads to a really critical shift in how we think about all this. See, crossing the adoption gap isn't just about making things a little bit faster. It's about creating a foundation to completely reimagine how work gets done in the first place.
Think about it this way. The goal we start with is usually efficiency, automating the tasks we already do. But the real prize, the future goal, is innovation, discovering entirely new ways of working. We move from just doing things faster to doing completely new things we couldn't do before. And this isn't just a theory, right? We're already seeing this shift happen. In banking, for example, we're moving beyond just faster transactions to creating truly personalized financial journeys for every single customer. Or in healthcare, we can free doctors from so much administrative work, giving them back their most valuable resource, actual time with their patients.
But the tech alone doesn't get you there. And this is where marketing, believe it or not, plays a surprisingly critical role. It's about making the potential of AI feel real and relatable to people.
You see, the best marketing for AI doesn't just sell features. It sparks imagination. It dares to ask, what if? What if AI could uncover profound new patterns hidden in your data? What if it could make your job genuinely more engaging and rewarding? That's the kind of story that creates this undeniable pull, making adoption feel absolutely essential.
Okay, so how do we actually put all this into practice? Well, the most successful enterprises don't just experiment randomly. They follow a very clear framework to get from a small pilot to massive scale.
And the sequence here is both logical and really powerful. It all starts with those responsible AI guardrails. From there, you design use cases for specific roles and you integrate them into their core workflows.
Then, you prove value quickly with some high-impact wins, you expand through all those ecosystem connections, and finally, you scale responsibly with a whole network of champions.
And this, right here, is the key takeaway. The leaders who guide their organizations through these steps, they're the ones who are going to move beyond just experiments and into real, transformative impact. Because the real frontier of enterprise AI isn't measured in pilot projects. It's measured in adoption at scale and in the innovation that becomes possible when AI is a trusted part of work.